first speaker is Mr. Stephen Tran. And he informed me yesterday that this is going to be his first speech, even though I've seen him do speeches before. He thinks I'm really old and I can't remember anything, but I do. Anyway, he wants to do take a second shot at his icebreaker. The title of his speech is A Little Dot. Stephen was born in Vietnam. Thank you very much for just putting the name of the country and not some complicated name of the city that you were born in, that I would struggle with. Currently lives in Sugar Land. In his special achievements, he says, I came back from Vegas without being bankrupt. I guess for an accountant, that's, I don't know whether that's an achievement or not. Work experience, he's spent 2 years doing IT work, 3 years accounting, 4 visits in 4 different casinos. So that is part of the work experience that you have.
That's accomplishment. Thank you.
Seems to be a running theme with casinos in Vegas.
Yeah.
His educational background, he's got a bachelor's honor degree in accounting, a master's of accountancy. Interesting set of hobbies for this young man. He likes to salsa dance. Piano, I'm not sure whether he plays it or just looks at it. Painting, cooking, and daydreaming. I'm hoping that he doesn't do the last one during work hours. That would give his managers some pause for thought. For family, he says, if you've talked to me, you're part of my family, and Stephen definitely does have that personality of being very friendly. He talks to everyone, and it's a great joy to have him in the firm. He said he joined Toastmasters because I want to grow myself. I'm an inspiring speaker. Those are big words. And so we'll give Stephen a chance to show us how inspiring he is. Mr. Stephen Tran.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Ladies and gentlemen, how many of you know me? Raise your hand if you know me. Good. I see quite a few hands of confidence, and I'm glad. I feel exhilarated. Because sometimes I don't even know who I am myself. How dare you? Right? This is such an important question that I ask myself almost every single day. So what do? I close my eyes and I open my heart. And I think about the best moment in my life. I see a little pathway. I see a lot of people. I see couples. I see students. I see families. They walk around very quickly, hastily. And every step, they stir up the sounds of sea waves. It's like the sea waves tapping into the shore. They are surrounded by massive amount of trees. And the trees are colored yellow, red, orange, as if they are all on fire. And the wind seems to be flirtiest, try to drag everybody on the side, away from their busy routine, so that they can take a moment to watch and enjoy the autumn foliage. How exhilarating. Now where I am in this picture, you might ask. But if you look really closely, there's a little dot on the side of the road. There's a little worm lying on the side of the road. It's small, it's weak, it can be stepped on at any time, or picked up by a bird for breakfast, for those who doesn't like McDonald's. And sometimes that's who I am. I was born with a terminal illness. I was supposed to live for a long time. When I reached 6 months, my parents decided that's enough. They pulled the plug and they take me to Russia with them that night. And we don't know what happened. We didn't have plans. They just wanted to let me see something beautiful before I leave. But days goes by, and weeks, and months. I happen to survive. I happen to get well without any medicine. And I grew up just like any other kids. Life seems beautiful. Except we were a immigrant family in Russia, and there's a very bad sentiment against immigrants. We were discriminated, everybody hates us, we were not protected by the law at all. So when I reached 4 years old, my dad took me back to Vietnam, where I started over again. At 4 years old, I barely even speak any Vietnamese, and when I do, I don't speak like one at all. So naturally, I got bullied, I got alienated, and therefore, studying is my only hobby. As year goes by, I climb very quickly in school. I get into the top school, I get into math competition, I won almost every single one of them, and I got a lot of scholarship to study abroad. And according to my father's dream, I go to the United States. Life seems beautiful, right? I didn't enjoy my success for too long because the moment I come to the state, I start over again as a little dot. I have no friends, no families. My English was like 4 years old. Yes, I'm going to college. I do what I do best, keep my head down, and as year goes by, I graduated with honors, full ride scholarship, I had 4.0 GPA, I have 3 years experience. And 6 months after graduation, I passed all my CPA exam. The job market is wide open to me. Still, who am I? I still ask myself that question. Many of you probably noticed I have 6 or 7 of my speech already. So you probably wonder, why am I doing it again? And my inspiration comes from Tony Robbins, who says, there's a big difference between having 10 years of experience than 1 year, but you do it 10 times. He gave me inspiration to start over and to be a little dot again, because I know one day that little dot, that little worm, will become a butterfly. If only he can get his hard work and patience, it will transform. Public speaking has been my fear since I was a little kid. It's been with me 10, 20 years, and it's been part of my identity. But it's an identity that I'm gladly throwing away. Today, you probably notice I no longer speak from a script. It's no longer my standard. It's no longer my identity. Today, I choose to speak from my heart. I speak for my passion, and I speak to inspire. Today, I am a Toastmaster. Here at MJLM, this is my chance. And folks, it is yours too. So, good luck, and thank you.
Toastmaster. Thank you very much.